Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. I'm just doing some random nodestone stuff on my Erel. Oh my god, oh, this is the kind of despair. I'm just buying a little bit out of the the Operation Dive shop, and yeah, didn't realize that these were one at a time. Thank you, game, for making us do this. Also didn't realize the nodestones were like that too. Kinda wanted the nodestones. Hello, hello. Hello, Ramoko. Look at those Monster Park boxes. Yep, I've been doing Monster Park every once in a while. Alright. All of that just to max out Holy Symbol. I am like kind of low on points too, which is a little bit sad. Probably need this thing at some point, just to you know, have as insurance. But I would like to kind of work on grinding on this character a little bit. How do I make another one for this one? They move everything around. I need 3 things. Oh, I can put G skills on. Should probably buy gold pots too, hey. Can I buy those through here? Let's buy like 50. Nice. Janice to 17 as well. No, hopefully not. Alright. I think there's like a bunch more 3x coupons I can get as well from this. Yeah. I'll just grab these. I'll grab these boosters too. And I'm probably just gonna start grinding on this Erel at least a little bit. I don't have that many many levels on this character, so guess it's time. It's time to do something with our Erel, which is kind of difficult considering this character has no vac pet, but you know, surely it'll work out. We have the dog summon, that's good. So I can spend some time running around in a circle, I guess. Wow, look at my EXP buffs. 3 of them. I grind 1+1. No, the problem of me grinding in the, you know, 1 level range is that I literally will not be able to pick anything up. There will be infinite mobs, or rather infinite stuff on the floor that I just can't pick up. Alright, what I need to do actually is let's extract everything here except this one. Start working on some fams. There we go. It's not much, but it's honest work. So this is how I'm gonna be grinding. Just going to put down all these summons. Thankfully the dog summon helps a lot. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my time, I guess, looting. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. I'm just hoping that like these 3 pets are enough. Honestly, he's looking a little sus. But, you know, gotta start somewhere. At least the EXP is not going to be like super slow or anything. It's just the looting is going to be a little bit strange. 3 familiars and outline in black. That is pretty classic actually for the familiars. Pretty classic. I think the lines for those are quite a lot higher, as in it's like higher weighted. Nexon loves giving us garbage. What I should do is I should do a BA. See how much money I actually get. And if this effort's worth it. It probably is, to be honest. It's better than nothing. As long as I'm full clearing, it's good enough. How long will it take to level up once? That's a good question. I guess I'll find out after this half an hour, see how much EXP I actually get. I'm probably gonna get like, what? 5% an hour? Is that generous? I don't remember how much EXP I was getting at this level range. Oh, do you know what I could do as well? I need to make myself a hyperstat for this as well. I'm just gonna max this. Why not? Let's not think about it too much. Hello, hello. How are things? Things are, we're chill. Just working on some grinding on Erel. I think if I can like get a little bit done every day, I'll slowly get to the goal of 280. I mean, I do have a lot of time still, but I gotta start somewhere. Alright, it's been like a minute and a half. How much have I picked up? I've picked up 1 bill. No, 10 mil. 10 mil in 1.5 minutes. You know what? That's not bad. I'm looking at like 500 mil an hour. If you used all of your Abyssal Flames, how do you get more? The only time that you get Abyssal Flames is from, like, doing the boss stuff for the events. They are pretty limited. Very limited. Also, thank you for the person who dropped by. I think that was Turles, right? Thought I recognized the name, wasn't sure though. But yeah, Abyssal Flames are pretty hard to come by, I'd say, compared to normal flames. Or even just like black flames in general. They often can only be gained from doing like soloing X-Lotus and stuff. Want to be prepared for cubing and flaming that weapon? Yeah, that's fair. Now the Abyssal Flames are actually quite rare. And they're slow to come by. When you're flaming your Genesis weapon, usually you would use something like the normal the normal Eternal Flames to start, or like red flames if you have them, like left over and stuff. And then once you hit a decent flame, you will swap over to using either the black flames or Abyssal Flames, and just hopefully eventually you get there. Will you be like Shanks and hit 210 flame score on my Eternal? Dude, I wish. It's funny you say that. My pants almost hit a 210 flame score. It's 144 and 6 magic attack. Unlucky. Oh, I just realized. I mean, I should swap to Meso. That's better. $20 for one level is kind of crazy. Yeah, this game is definitely a slow burn, and grinding is, compared to a lot of the free EXP you get, low return, right? But there are some aspects in this game that like you can only get by grinding, other than just EXP. Like, money is a very important one. So I think a lot of people, when they grind, you can't really look at your EXP. I feel like if you looked at your EXP while farming, you're gonna be sad. Because it's so slow, right? I think we can all agree on that. Like, wherever you are in the game, you will feel that the levels you're training are slow. It's just how it is. So you have to look at the other things that you're gaining from it. Like, the biggest thing for me is that I will be able to get fam cards and energy. Like, I don't have very much of either of those things. Like, the fragments are, like, kind of good too, but, like, the free stuff they've given us was actually, like, a lot. So I'm not as fussed about my fragments. My energy is definitely a limiting factor, and fam cards are pretty precious. Yeah, you don't look at your EXP when you grind, I think. It's kind of a byproduct of it. There will be a point though where, like, if you want to push levels, you have to grind for the EXP, like kind of what I'm doing. But I'm also, like, trying to get the rest of the stuff. Fam cards and whatnot. You look at your coupons? True. What combat power do you think is needed for E-Culling, E-Carlos, and Hard Seren? Do you think it's easy once liberated? I don't know what the numbers are for Carling and Carlos off the top of my head. I've seen people say for Hard Seren, they've been around like anywhere between 90 mil and 120 mil with their Genesis weapon and a, what's the thing called? Rentals. I'm gonna make a Kinesis for Challenger World. I'll make it for Challenger World, possibly. I'm not that fussed about Meso in Challenger World as much as maybe other people might be. For me, I want to know if I can get the Vac Pet. If I can get a Vac Pet and it's tradable from the Kinesis, I'm definitely making it in Challenger World. So I'm just gonna wait for the actual full patch notes to drop before I make a decision. Alright. It's been like 10 minutes. Gotten about 1.5%. So yeah, I am looking at about 5% an hour after all these procs are done. But that's okay, like, slow and steady and whatnot. Can't trust the patch notes. You know what? You're not wrong. Even the patch notes sometimes are unreliable. Right. How's it looking here? 50 mil in 7 minutes. You know what? Winnable. That's definitely more than I would have expected, because I don't have wealth. I don't know if I can be... Okay, you know what? I'll consider making wealth if I happen to have the recipe already. I don't already accidentally have a wealth recipe though, so I am not that inclined to make them. Gigato time? Nah, it's not that important. At least not to me. Like, for me, I am actually quite pretty much in it for the EXP. Otherwise, I can't reach 280 fast enough. Gunali? Who's this guy? Is this Cow? There's no way. No, it can't be. This is Tilda, isn't it? It is Tilda. How did I not guess that originally? 776. It's Tilda. What's this guy playing? Oh, he's playing Lin. You hit diamonds, basically a wealth? Yeah, pretty much. I can't be, like, too efficient in this game because there's so many things I have to go out of my way to get these wealths. I guess technically I could just buy the stuff from the shop, but yeah, I don't want to farm the recipe. Too lazy for that. Is that not a Lin? He was using a spell song, right? Oh, pardon me. Oh, ice lightning, I'm so dumb. It says at the top. Very ice Lin. Yup. The L stands for Lin. Ice Lin. For some reason I thought the spell song was the name of the Lin weapon. Didn't they have like a unique weapon? Start playing Maple, this challenge with your friends got you into it. Your vids are helpful for free play, yeah. I'm glad that you find them useful. I know like playing this game free to play is like always kind of seen as suboptimal with all like the paid stuff. Like honestly, the paid stuff is very good. If you have like the money and you want to be able to progress a bit faster or a lot faster, the paid passes are very effective at that, right? Like I don't want to pay for these sorts of things, and I don't want to admit that like the passes are good, but they are good. They're just very expensive, and it adds up. But I also understand as like if we are working adults, for example, the money to time ratio is worth it for some people, and that I can understand. Oh. I just hope that this is like not the standard. I can understand for this particular event it's a major one, so they kind of just full sent these passes, but I hope it doesn't become the standard. There's some things being like paid. If they want to keep it in the game consistently, I don't really have a problem with. Like if they were to keep the Genesis Pass, for example, as like a permanent addition to the game, that's whatever, right? But like these passes are pretty crazy for how much stuff they give. Some of them are definitely like better than others though. Yeah, I have stayed away from paying for the passes in this Challenger world just because like I feel like I don't really need them, and I mean that's kind of the reason why I'm doing this series free to play. Like I feel like it should be doable without paying for anything, and honestly the conclusion for it is just you need to put the time in. That's all, right? Like if you want to get to your goals, you have to put the time in to get there. If you don't put the time in, you can't get to those level goals. But who's surprised about that? This looting is painful. It's very reminiscent of 2020. It's not as bad as I expected it to be. It's just my pets are a bit slow because I don't have the extended move skill. Like I only bought auto feed on my pets. You know, in the spirit of free to play. I think auto feed is okay. Don't take away my auto feed. But they don't have the extended movement, so they kind of just stay there. Hey Shanks. Vac-Pet is different? Yeah. But Vac-Pet is like a solution that they've sold to the game. This is just like a pay-to-win subscription that they've just put in part of the game, right? It's pretty expensive. I kind of hope that they take it down. Like the pricing of it is pretty high. But I don't think they will. Honestly, the looting is not too bad. I'm just like kind of walking around in a circle. It reminds me of like looting with Dusk in a way, but just a little bit slower. So I don't mind it too much. At least I feel like I'm picking up at least 80% of the things on the floor. That's probably good enough, you know what I mean? Like with no Vac-Pet, you're not gonna hit like max rates. It's just something you have to accept. If they wanted to sell, they could have like treated the Vac-Pets as like an expansion, you know what I mean? Like I think that's... Maple Story expansion is a very loose way of like calling a Vac-Pet, but it kind of is, right? The game does feel a lot more open with Vac-Pets. But I wish the subscription fee, the 10k or whatever it is a month, is lowered. Like, I actually think that the 2.5k per month is pretty reasonable, just for the... like what you get out of it, right? But that's only in comparison. Honestly, after you pay the Vac-Pet, it should just be free to upkeep. It shouldn't even be paid to upkeep. Either that, or maybe they could sell in event shops, like special pet food or something like that. I don't know. Like, tie it to doing something in the game. I think that'd be kind of cool. What if you could exchange coins to revive a vac pet? Or something like that, you know what I mean? I kind of want them to do something a little bit cheaper for the upkeep. The upkeep is a bit expensive. After the initial cost, that's already expensive. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do here. Just do it the old-fashioned way, you know? Pick up things off the floor the old-fashioned way. Now, I do wonder how many fams will I actually pick up every half an hour. It looks pretty slow, honestly. Like, obviously I don't have that much drop rate, but maybe I can get some epic fams. Maybe one epic fam every half an hour would be kind of cool. Actually, I should be opening all of these, right? Because there's a chance that they have drop rate. There's always a chance that these things have like 50% drop rate or something. Should be opening them. Flashbacks on the Ren. I know, right? You're not wrong. Round 2. Round 2 opening all of these rare fams and hoping that they have large or drop on them. Unfortunately it's kind of worth it though. Like, any little bit of drop rate's good. Anything to like speed up finding fams is always kind of nice. How many cards did it take my Ren? I don't even remember at this point. It was probably like 200 or 300. It was a lot of cards. I picked up so many on that Ren to be able to get my first drop. Revenge for hitting the other ones for free. Look, my Ren took a long time to get on the rare, but it got large drop pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. I'm complaining about a pretty minor thing here. It was just more like, it just took a while. Erel's basically shat in terms of farming. You could go alley 4. The problem for me isn't like the farming capability, it's the looting capability. Because I don't have a vac pet, I wanted to do like a very simple rotation. Which is why I'm here in alley 1. Like, this is probably one of the cleanest looting rotations I could do. Anywhere else, it's probably like way too annoying to loot. Like, I'm probably gonna stay here all the way to 275. And then after this, I'm most likely gonna go... Where's Sheng? Probably farm here, Blooming Spring 1. Like, there's not many maps that are kind of like bearable to loot without a vac pet. This would be kind of terrible if I didn't have access to the dog summon. Little event summon is pretty good. Especially now that it's leveled up. Actually decent. And then I can jump around, Dusk will clear anything that I miss, and yeah. That's all there is. Also, where's my holy symbol? My holy symbol not on? Oh, it is on. Yeah, the dog summon's really good. Alright. Give me a drop fam. Oh, double magic attack? Yeah, at least the farming rotation here for Erel is like pretty chill anyway. It's not that bad. Because like that Spear of Light summon is like massive. It just covers the entire middle. I think after my rentals this week, I'll have like 10 bill. I'm probably going to reinvest into my hybrids. I think that makes the most sense. And then hopefully I'll get some more drop. And then from there, at least, even though like I'm farming kind of poorly, the extra drop rate will try, like probably do something. The alternative is I could also like work on my gear. I have thought about it. I have thought about upgrading my gloves and stuff, but it's a bit pricey. How's the combat power looking? I think I'm at like 24 mil or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe a little bit more. So I'm probably looking at like 50 mil combat power with rentals, thereabouts. Maybe a bit less than that. I don't know how much the rentals add, but I think like 15 to 20 mil is pretty okay guess. Alright, 20 minutes, 140 mil. I'll take it. Alright. So I make about 70 mil every 10 minutes, so 210, so we're looking at 400 mil per hour. Not the best rates, but that's something. Yeah, I need to think about whether or not those stars on my arcanes are going to make a difference for a boss clear or not. Because if they do make a difference, then I'm inclined to upgrade them. But I'm so far away from leveling to anything significant that it probably doesn't matter. Max Meso drop? Just Max Meso. Drop rate is like at 80% or something. I don't have the pendant on either, actually. The Spirit Pendant, because I don't have it. My drop gear is like jank, so I'll miss out on the Meso line if I wear the pendant. Then you got gloves and weapons, 17 clear with ease. Yeah, but you also got to keep in mind you have the Genesis Pass as well, which I'm also lacking. So I think even if I upgrade it, it might still not be easy. I think the biggest gain that I'm lacking compared to people who paid for Genesis Pass is the arcane multiplier. So I don't think that the weapon and gloves gonna make that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things. I think I'm just gonna do free stuff. Like, try to abuse Arcane Force a little bit more, perhaps. Rather than spending money making those upgrades. Well, then I'll just have to play better, which is fine. I'd rather cheap out and do like a 55-minute run than spend money and then do a 50-minute run anyway. That's kind of how I'm viewing it at the moment. But at least I have a lot of 3x coupons I can use. I've kind of like been conservative on my coupons in Hyperion because I want to grind on my Kana still, but I'm running out of resources. If I have to start using like 2x coupons, I think I'd be sad. Not the 2x coupons, that's so damn bad. But if you run out, it is what it is. Alright guys, I have a good feeling about the first two epic fams I'm going to open. It's going to be 30% boss damage for the first one, and the second one's going to be a 100% drop rate. Yep. I have a good feeling about it. Who's with me? First two epics, boss damage drop rate. Yep. That's all we need. Just need to get lucky once. And I've actually picked up a decent amount of fragments, but not much energy. When are we getting like the energy buffs? It's quite a ways away, right? Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away. It's large drop rate, epic or unique? It's both. On epic, if you get it on, well, it can technically be on the bottom line too, but more likely on the top line. It'll be a at maximum 100% drop rate. On the unique one, it can go up to 110. So if you are going to be farming in a singular map, like I am, I'm going to be here until 275. There's no other map that I can think of that I can farm and then pick up money as easily as this map. So if you're going to stay in one map, you just go for unique. On the off chance that you hit a large drop, you can be up to 110, which is best in slot. You got a legendary seal today? Hey, grats. Haste next week? Yeah. For haste, we have to kill a certain number of mobs to get, like, the bonuses, right? That should be pretty chill. Like, that's pretty good timing for me, considering, like, I want to work on my Erel anyway. That haste is going to help a lot with the EXP. Captured allies the same rotation. Is the loot rotation bearable though? I don't remember what the map layout is, because I don't have a vac pet. All I care about is the looting, less so about the EXP. Pretty similar. I'll have a look after this then. I'll have a look. Actually, I can check now. Maple maps. Alley 2, you said? Alley 2. It's on Odium. Captured Alley 2. Oh yeah, I can see it. Looks pretty similar. I guess it's slightly more EXP. But the mobs are so ugly though. It's okay to reveal it? You should always reveal it. Because if it's useful, then you can keep it. Pre-ordering diapers for super haste. That's crazy, dude. Alright. I'll suss out the maps in a bit. Alright. Oh, did I miss Ursus? Ursus is over, isn't it? Oh, it ended like 10 minutes ago. Ah, man. Never remember these things. Alright, so I think in that 30 minutes, I probably gained about 110 points, maybe a little bit more. That's not that bad. That's definitely more than I expected. Do you know what? This is less maddening than what it was in the last Challenger World. Because in the last Challenger World, I remember I had to reveal them one at a time. I felt like I was going like kind of insane. At least this one, it's not as bad. Oh, why do I have the animations on? Alright, rank up. No! No! Well, we gotta go back. We gotta keep going. Not the fail on the red, the epic. Oh, that is so much more expensive early game. It feels so much worse to fail that early on than the unique. That's okay, don't think about it too much. It's alright, we'll make it back. It's fine. I'll save my 4x coupons for the super haste, assuming that they last that long. Oh, actually no, they don't last that long. It ends before. I claimed it too early. Oh no, this was like from the pity, wasn't it? Not the pity, the compensation. So I should actually just be using these. I should use these now. Doesn't really matter when I use it, as long as I use it. I guess technically I could save it for when I'm gonna use VIP boosters, I guess. Ah, that's alright. Let's not think about it too much. Let's just stay here. Let's not complicate things. It's okay. We only need to grind for a little bit longer, and then when I do my weeklies with the double dip, then I will be able to, you know, hopefully get some hybrids. You know, 10 bill after the thing with the double weekly cash injection. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 cope. Probably 0, but you never know. Actually, for those who made hybrids, how much did it cost you guys to get like a decent amount of hybrids? I think for me, it like varies quite a lot, but I'm curious to see how you guys went. I'm sure you guys, if you made hybrids already, would have done it. $3 bill per hybrid. Damn, that's so good. That's actually so good. I would happily take those rates. All but 1 in 10 bill. 10 to 15 bill, that's pretty good. It costs you 150 bill. Dude, you got cooked. That's okay. You won out in other ways. I heard about your luck, Plump. That's alright. You lost out on the hybrids, but you won out on the drops, so that's all that matters. You didn't finish the first couple you don't care about? Yeah, that's true. The first couple are so chill. Do you know what it is? When you do your first like set of hybrids, you just hope that you get a double drop. You know what I mean? That's always like the hope. It's like, please give me 1 double drop, just so then I can get max drop rate when I break boxes. Just a single double drop. Nothing is actually sadder than hitting like hybrid, no double drop. You know what I mean? If you get 5 hybrids in a row, you're so sad. Like, I guess you're happy that you're done with the 5 hybrids, but then you're fishing specifically for double drop. Like, ideally, you get a mix, right? You get a mix of double meso, double drop, drop meso. So then your options are like really wide. If you never have to specifically go for any double drop, it's like the cheapest way, right? You just hope for the best. But if you get triple hybrid to start and you don't have a double drop, you start sweating. You're like, oh god. You got 2 double drops. Yeah, multiple double drops is good. Like, I think, like, how many can you get up to? Because you need 5 hybrids, and then you have another 8 slots, assuming you're wearing a spirit pendant. So you can have up to 3 double drops. Like, that's pretty chill. In theory. Two double drops using spirit pendant? What am I thinking then? Oh, I'm thinking including the EXP ring. You'll need more. But that's like whatever. Like you don't, the EXP ring is like so high roll. Wanted by 100 bill for first double drop. I think my battle mage, which was my OG main in Hyperion, had something similar. I think I was like into the 80 or 90 bill range for my first double drop, because I hit double meso and hybrids for the first like 5 or 6 rings or accessories, and I never got the double drop. It was infuriating. Every once in a while I'll come back to it and then try to go for double drop. Like, it was so sad. I can do it, guys. I can go for my first tier up again. Well, first things first, let's reveal this. Maybe it's a drop. 7% MP, nice. Alright, let's loot. I'm broke as it is. I need every little bit of money to pick up off the floor. Need 3 if you roll double meso. Yeah. That's why ideally you don't roll double meso. It's more specific. But that's why like the first couple of rolls you don't really care about. You can fix them later, that's why. Alright guys, let's try this again. Wait, why won't you go in? Is it because I'm in combat? Come on, man. I broke the UI. Yeah, if you get hit, it locks up. Yeah, stupid UI. Why is like getting hit and being put into combat stop you from doing so many things? Come on, man. 2026. Why are we still getting stuck? I just want to reveal the fam. Not asking for much. It's because, like, I think it's because my summon on the far side is hitting something. It counts as me going into combat. That's alright. I'll try later. It's okay. Where's the ice cream pet? That's paid. I don't have the pass. You double drop the angel ring? Nah, it's worth keeping the double drop. Like, it sucks that it's on your damage gear, but it's definitely worth keeping. Yeah, I can't believe the vac pet is in the paid pass. Where's our free vac pet, Nexon? It would have been so chill if we had a free vac pet, but nah. Instead, we're doing these weird running around rotations. Maybe it's the Kinesis one. I'm hoping that like it's transferable, but you know, we won't find out until the patch drops. Even if it shows up in the patch notes and they say that it's transferable, I still won't believe it until I see it. This map is single vac friendly, dude. Most maps are single vac friendly. It's when you start going into like Shang. That's when it starts going downhill. When you start like standing in one spot for a bit longer, that's when having multiple vacs becomes more valuable. Well, hopefully I won't be needing to farm on this character after Shangri-La. Hopefully by the time I hit 280, that's enough for me to get most of the things done on this character. Which I genuinely think that's all I need. But, yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Yay! Our first epic. Alright, guys. Let's see what it is. Hang on. Alright. What do you think it is? I reckon it's 30% boss damage. Yep. It's gotta be 30% boss damage. Can't be anything else. 100% drop? No, the next one is 100% drop. This one is 30% boss damage. 30% item drop? Honestly, I'd be pretty happy with 30% item drop. Okay, it's looking pretty empty. If we see a percent sign, it's a good start. Round about here for boss damage? Nope. What is this? It was none of the above, guys. It's over. Ooh, treasure chest. Wow, legendary. How much does this give? Like 1%? Oh, it actually does give 1%. That's pretty good. Not bad. Hello, G-Bear. Yeah, I think these ones are level 5 now. Should I go back for the... actually, I kind of want to train the Epic at the same time. Alright, let's try to get 2 unique fams in this area. And then we'll call it. And then we'll move on to another map. We're gonna cope on all these rare fams. One of these are going to give me the 20 or 30% drop rate. Alright, surely. Yeah, this map is like pretty chill though. Also, I like the way that it looks. Look, these fams also look nicer than the ones from Ali. The map layout looks about the same, like you said, but the fam's a lot uglier. Come on, drop rate. We did not get drop rate. Alright. At least I have a little bit more money. I kind of need more money to upgrade my symbols as well. I'm kind of broke. I need to make sure I have enough for my rentals. As long as I have enough for my rentals, then I'll upgrade my symbols. And then I'll do my bosses tomorrow alongside with the rentals and stuff. Have I done daily bosses? I'm so lazy to do daily bosses. I should probably do it. The only ones I actually do are Golix and Arcarium. Been pretty slack with it. Oh, maybe I should be buying VIPs as well. Forgot about those. For another 10% EXP. Yeah, I know it's 100 mil a day, but I think I've done my lifetime's worth of daily bosses across the last 5 years. I'm okay not doing them anymore. It's alright. I mean, the absolute worst case is that I just go back and do, I'll do Hard Lotus, Hard Damien without the rental, and it should be alright. I'll sell those crystals first, and I should be able to afford it pretty easily anyway. Yeah. It's nice too, I can actually start farming these star spec boxes as well. Probably won't care too much about them in Challenger World, but it's nice having extras. We'll add up in the main server. And then I'll use them to like push my Kana's pitch gear or something like that. The star specs can only really restore like pitch and like non-eternal things, right? Man, it would be cool if you could use the star specs to restore Eternals as well. That'd be nice. Then my Shining would be fun. That's the one thing that I'm a little bit sad. I want to really push my Eternals, but I can't with no spares. I'll have to wait a few weeks to get some spares from Carlos and Carling and stuff. So I'm not really sure what my shining is gonna be. I know I say like I'm waiting for it, but what am I actually doing? Who knows? What are you guys gonna spend your money on for shining? Assuming you guys are even, you know, star forcing on that day. It's so nice. The fact that like you can skip the shining if you don't have any money or you don't have anything star force. You don't even feel bad about it. Just skip it. Come back to it in a few weeks. Do I think the Operation Dive Pass is worth it? If the numbers are what are being shared around, what was it like? You got like about 700 frags for free and then another 700 if you buy the pass. If that is the case, for 20k NX or 20k Maple Points, it's pretty worth it. In my opinion. It's a decent trade-off because it's such a fast injection of frags. And depending on what your goals are, those frags can give a pretty good boost in whatever you're doing. Is it 50k? I thought it was only 20. If it's 50, then it gets a bit more expensive. Oh god. It's so cloudy outside. Why is the sun coming up? It showed 20k? Yeah. I thought it was also 20k. If it's 20k, then definitely worth it. If it's 50k, then it's on the expensive side. It's 20k Maple Points? Yeah. If that's the case, pretty good bargain. At least in my opinion, it's a good amount of frags for how much you're paying. I know, like, it's a whole like contention point about pay to win and stuff like that, but I can't deny it. It's a good usage of the money compared to some of the other stuff. I think some of the $50 passes is a little bit crazy, but for 20. There's already stuff in the game that does something similar. Like, isn't the Express Pass, not Express Pass, there's like a Soul Earther booster thing that gives you extra frags every month. I'm pretty sure that's more expensive than this Operation Dive thing. It's just, yeah. It's also per world. Yeah, that's crazy value. It's nice not having to worry about the frags on this Erel, actually. I just need to farm energy and we're good. Soul Earther boost is a scam, exactly. I do also think it's like quite expensive for what it is. Yeah, it's the daily login, and then if you forget a day or you can't go on for whatever reason, or if the game goes down for a day and you can't log in, you just miss out on the entire thing. That's crazy. What a design flaw. The fact that you can actually miss out on the main reason to pay for it because of the game being down for, you know, reasons outside your control, it's kind of cooked. And you will not be reimbursed that too, from what I understand. They return you 4 frags in a day? Long ago? I think recently they've cracked down on like the things that you miss out on. I can believe it back then, for sure. But I think more recently, a lot of the things that, like, if you miss out on it, they just say, oh, that's too bad. Because I think there was like a whole thing about people extending their things that expired and they kept getting it, you know, returned and stuff like that. I think they just stopped giving things back. If you miss things, they just got rid of it. Who could it be? Well, in all fairness, Melvin, when you missed out on it, you didn't do it on purpose. But there were people who were definitely doing it on purpose. Actually, W support for you on that day, Melvin. Like, didn't you miss out on your fairy heart and a bunch of other stuff? They just gave everything back. Everything that you missed out on the event, they just gave everything back. That's crazy. Like, in the ideal world, you should be able to do that in some cases. Because there will be people who genuinely either forgot or they weren't able to claim it for whatever reason. But they, that aspect definitely was abused by the player base, unfortunately. Yeah, it was abused too much. A lot of people like intentionally let their stuff expire. Like, let's say like you have 4x coupons from the compensation, right? Like, I have some still that I haven't used. You just let it expire, and then you send a ticket to support being like, hey, I accidentally let my 4x coupons expire. Can you give them back to me? And they say yes, and suddenly you have 4x coupons on like Super Haste. And it just like makes no sense, right? Like, it's a pretty marginal advantage in this example, but it definitely got abused for other items. These express boosters are saving your ass from 278 to 280. Yeah, the express boosters are really good. They're just a little bit boring. In the sense they're like, you still have to kind of grind a while to get all the express boosters out of the way. I'm probably going to use them when I get to level 270, or 273 or 274. If I can farm in Locked Door. Maybe I can already farm in Locked Door, I'm not sure. I should probably give it a try. Let's get another epic fam and see how we feel. Because my drop rate is so bad, maybe I can't even stay in this map for long. What level is Locked Door anyway? 274, so I need to level up at least once. I could definitely farm there and chip away at my express boosters, I suppose. Door 1 is 273. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Maybe I should look into it after. Maybe I can stay there all the way to 275 if the looting is okay, because a few of you guys said that it was alright. I'm not looking for anything great. It just needs to be playable, you know. Like, my standards are kind of damn low right now. Door 1 is chill. Yeah, I'll check it out after this this coupon then. It just needs to be playable without a vac pet. That's all I really need. Get the pass in your main challenger world, transfer out, and get the pass again. That's assuming that you also do all the stuff for it to like get the levels as well. It's pretty legit strategy though, if you can double dip like that. What is that? 3,500 frags, if you're willing to pay for it. One thing I should probably do at some point too is getting like the badges, but low-key, getting 10 badges in Challenger World with no drop rate sounds kind of miserable. I can't believe you guys did that, or at least I know some people have done it with like very low drop rate. I don't have the mental capacity to do that anymore. I farmed too many 10 badges. I'm okay not doing that again for a bit. I know I miss out on Mystic Frontier, but you know, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for my own mental. There are definitely people who did that like week 0 or week 1. Psychotic? Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. My streams helped? That's fair. You definitely need something in the background to watch, or something going on. It is like so... Sometimes it's just really bad luck and you just get stuck in a map. The amount of people who have told me they got stuck in like the Edelstein mines for like way too long. I'm pretty sure one of the guys I knew, he killed like well over 1,000 of the cart bears or whatever it was. And he didn't get the card. 1,000 cart bears, what an absolute massacre. The Rien one? No, Rien is a bait. Just because it's 5 cars doesn't mean it's fast. Gave you 2 boss fams and magic attack fam. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good encouragement. If you hit the fams before you have the 3 badges, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you don't have anything and you're just doing it for the sake of unlocking 3, then you gotta be pretty dedicated. I couldn't do that. Man, I remember when like this map was full of people all the time, just like almost a full map. Now it's quieting down. I can farm here by myself. It was a week ago? Yep. I remember it was like, as soon as I hit 270, there were heaps of people in this map. People have definitely moved on. Summer 5 and Winter 4 that's full. Yup, people have moved on to better maps, that's for sure. Shower Dance Hall? Dude, Shower Dance Hall was so packed for the first week or 2. At maybe just even the first week. It was like 7, 8, 9, 10 people in every map. Sometimes you'd just go in and just wouldn't even get a map in Shower Dance Hall to do your dailies. And then like a week later, Ghost Town. Nobody's there anymore. See the news about the next haste? Yeah, the next haste looks pretty crazy. Hopefully that'll help getting to level 280 for me. That's what I'm expecting it to be. Man, I did not get as many fam cards as I thought I would. Look at this. Only 51 here. I guess it's because I used a bunch of them on the previous fam. Yeah. The fever time? Yeah. I remember we were talking about that yesterday. About how, because it spawns so much stuff, it just crashes your game. I'm definitely not pressing that button while I'm streaming, I'll say that much. I can press the fun fever time another time. Did I set up threads? Nah, I'm not doing threads. This character is not doing things efficiently. I'm too lazy to do these things right now. I've already done the hard work in Challenger World 2. Challenger World 3, I'm just cruising. I'm popping whatever coupons I happen to have, and I'm just sitting in one map. Erel Afterlands? That is true. I do need to do that at some point. For the sake of content. Yup. Was it absolutely not getting guild totems anytime soon? Your computer can't handle it? I don't think mine can either. I'm doing auto harvesting? Oh yeah, I forgot to start that. I am doing auto harvesting. I just don't have a WAP recipe. But I'm not gonna farm that, I'm too lazy. Alright. So you guys said locked door 1, yeah? Let's have a look here. I'm a little hesitant because it's got more platforms. Just a little bit. So like... This is gonna involve me walking back and forth a lot. I mean, the farming here is like pretty chill, but then if I'm not looting, then there's no point, I think. Yeah, I can't farm here. I don't think. I think I can only farm in three platform maps at best. Or if there's a 4th platform, it has to be really easy to loot. Like, it's kind of easy here, but I have to go back and forth. Like this... I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can handle snaking back and forth like this. That's a bit much for me. By the time I loot the whole map, I'm going back to the top and looting again. I'll think about it. Let's see if my tolerance to farming like this increases. Do I bother pink bean? Nah, not really. No. You hear the 3-line secondary. That's crazy, dude. I've never seen, oh, actually, no. I've seen it once. I've only ever seen a 3-line attack once on my secondary. And it was on my Cannon Master. But other than that, all the other characters I've cubed on. Never 3-line. Got the best WAP drop rate? Yeah, but I don't really care for it. I should actually pick up these things now that I have a recipe box. You never know, what if you get a wealth here? Oh well, there you go. It's just like that. I have 1 wealth recipe. So lucky. Well, it's not super uncommon for Akarim to drop it. I feel like in all of the previous like times I've made characters, whenever I needed the recipe, it was always Akarim that dropped it for me. You just do them every day. Disassemble for GSEs? Yeah, that's true. That's right. I'm pretty chill anyway, like... I don't plan on making wealths anytime soon. Alright, let's do get some dailies out of the way here for this character. It was actually pretty decent money. I think I made like 300 mil in the last hour. 350 mil maybe. Better than what it was before. The fat 0. Something is definitely better than nothing. Yeah, it's nice that they give alternatives. I think if you're like only farming casually, especially in Challenger World, unless you're like full sending in Challenger World, if you're full sending, you're probably making you're probably doing threads anyway. But if you're like kind of chilling, the berry seed oils from the auto harvest is like more than enough. You get like 50 oils a week or something, which makes like what? Every 10 makes like 3 hours or something? Isn't that heaps? It's like something in that range. It's a lot. It's a lot. $60 minis? Oh, there you go. It's in that range, right? Like, you gotta be farming a lot to get through that. The only way that you realistically get through that many wealths is like you pop a wealth for every time you do a boss mule or something. If you don't do that, like, you're not getting through those wealths. Never hit chop wood. But you don't really need chop wood as much anymore. The auto harvest like gets you through. It's like 30 waps a week. What rank am I now? I think I'm diamond. Yeah. You know, chop wood is not as important as it used to be. Honestly, I think mine minerals, or whatever it is much more important in the grand scheme of things. But that's only if you care about getting Meisters. But now they have the profession coupons as well, so like they've just kind of made Threads of Fate progressively less important, which I think is a good alternative. Threads has been always like a kind of annoying and kind of clumsy system to upkeep. The fact that you can't change channels and you have to stay logged in for an hour, or like half an hour per time you ask, is like a really silly system. Especially if you're relying on getting the right thing, and you have to, you know, reset it every day and hope that you get the right one. Yeah, better off not doing it. Sorry, I don't take friend requests on my characters. Hopefully, you understand. It's the way I find out is like someone I know in real life trying to add me. But yeah. Nothing personal. Level 10 can be gotten from herb oils. Yeah. I think the only thing you have to be careful of is like if you make WAPs, you gotta make sure that you have level 10. Oh, Leonardo. Yeah, the profession coupons like fix everything, honestly. It's crazy. Getting level 10 is so free. Literally 2 days. It is a bit strange that we can't craft the small, like, XP pots. I never realized that you couldn't do that because I relied so much, well, at least I used the ones from bossing a lot, so I just had a lot of them. But I thought for the longest time you could craft them, because I was like, otherwise, where did I even get these from? Nope, turns out. Can't craft them. That's all done there. Did I do my check-in? Probably. I definitely haven't checked in here. Alright. That's pretty much all my dailies done for this. Gonna need to do my Kana's dailies now. Challenger Plus complete weekly mission. It does, a lot of this stuff resets tomorrow, doesn't it? Probably hand everything in then. Alright, is that it? Cool. Threads of Fate and Afterlands? Yeah, both of those are pretty long. I mean, Afterlands not too bad if you're familiar with it, but Threads, if you do the entire thing, it can be long. Although I heard that you can do Ascents and it's fine. I heard that the Ascents blow up the Tengu boss. Man, tragic. Out of 3x coupons in this character. It's time to regress to 2x coupons. Let's get some of this. Well, I still have 3x coupons. I'm just holding on to them because I might want to use them during haste. I don't mind like doing my dailies on 2x or doing my first 30 minutes on 2x, but it's fine. Oh no, the sun. Alright, I'm gonna quickly close my blinds. Seren test? Yup. Daily Seren test. But yeah, I'm saving up some more 3x coupons for haste. And so until then, I'm just gonna use whatever else I find. With the haste boosters, I'm just not gonna use them. Or it's not what I stream. Get the Suffering or Pennant first. Whichever one that you don't have full damage gear on. Like if you already have 3 damage rings, for example, let's say you had like, you made a Carnage Treasure, you have a Slime Ring, and you use one of the event rings as a damage ring. Then you can go for Pendant. But the opposite is true if like you have a Daybreak Pendant or a Dom Pendant that you're using as damage gear, then you could use a Suffering. Just depends on what you got. Because they're kind of basically the same thing anyway. I'm sure you can make like slight optimizations, but it's pretty negligible, I'd say. You're gonna need both of them eventually. Ignores damage reduction in 1 taps for the Ascent. Yeah, it's just a Threads of Fate just has a lot of cutscenes. Even if you do things as fast as you could possibly do it, it's just a lot of cutscenes in between. It's quite annoying. Alright, today I will get myself another level of my Sacred Force. That means my hard limbo run is going to be just that little bit faster. Or at least I'll do a bit more damage. Maybe our phasing will be a bit better. Who knows? Ring first? Yeah. If you are using the fake Dom Pen, it's fine. But the fake Dom Pen is also like kind of bad. It's effectively a red Mechanator. The Dom Pen is like nothing special. I think that honestly the best thing about the fake Dom Pendant is the crit rate pot. That's genuinely like a really good line that you can't get on your potentials. And when you're in Challenge World, depending on what class you are, the crit rate is actually like kind of sus. which moment in time we stop renting gears. Usually you stop renting gear when you can replace a lot of them at the same time. And I think the first usual spot that you can replace a lot of your accessories at the same time is when you get your sub set, like full sub set. And they also have to be like reasonably starred too for it to be better. Or at least enough for it to be like less of a difference. Like if you had 21 star earrings, 21 star belt, and you have ring pendant just in general, that's probably enough time to at least not buy those ones out. It's just very cost efficient early on to buy the rental gear, because for 1.5 bill, that's basically like just getting one item to legendary. Meanwhile, these items are what, 24% stat. That is like really good value for 1.5 bill. And it's across what, 5 items as well. It's so good. It's very, very cost efficient. But I'd say if you wanted to get off of the rental gears, you'd probably need your sub gear reasonably enhanced, and you'd also need something like maybe a Twilight Mark reasonably enhanced as well. But yeah, it's a case of like you don't have any rush to do that. You can focus on just getting your character stronger, and then you slowly get there. Hey, we've only been in Challenger World for like what, 3 or 4 weeks at this point. The amount of people who have like pushed past the rental gear is like probably quite small. And even if you could hypothetically push past the rental gear, honestly, the money is probably better spent elsewhere. You forgot existed as you did all the bosses? Nice. I think right now in Challenger World, because there's no rush to replace your damage gear, it's probably a better use of your money to do things like better drop gear, for example. Or if you happen to get like an arcane glove, that's pretty good. If you have your Genesis weapon, that's another thing. Yeah. How should we slowly progress and transition off Challenger World gear? The Challenger gear lasts a long time. Doesn't it last like another 5 months or something? What's the end date for the Challenger gear? It's quite long. So ideally what you would like to do is you want to work towards getting your arcanes. Arcanes are the easiest like replacement. I say easy in the sense where it's like accessible within that time frame. It's pretty massive. Big window. So the cape, shoulder, shoes, and gloves, hopefully you'll replace them with arcanes. Worst case scenario, you have, what, 4 or 5 months, however long it is, to clear normal and hard Lucid Will to get enough pieces to, like, technically buy your arcane pieces. I know a lot of people don't like recommending buy arcane pieces, but, like, it's like hard pity, right? Like, if you get no drops whatsoever for the next couple of months, you should have enough coins and meso, hopefully, to just buy the armors. Worst case scenario. It'll cost you 20 bill. That's, like, the easy replacement for glove, shoulder, cape, shoes. For your hat top and bottom, you will always have CRA. That will always be there. Like, that is a resource that you can always come back to, worst case scenario. Best case scenario is that you party up with people to clear normal Carlos and easy Carling. It's a pretty big jump in content, of course. Like, it's not just go do normal Carlos for a lot of people. But that's like a good aim, because best case scenario, you clear those bosses in a party, or even better yet, you solo them, and then you get Eternal gear. Of course, in Challenger World as well, if you can clear Hard Kai, that's also really good, because you can get Eternals from him as well. But yeah, that's like the best case scenario, you can get Eternal replacements. Otherwise, you can always go back to CRAs. Like, CRAs are pretty cheap to improve. You don't have to worry about safeguarding them for the most part. If you wait for a Shining Star Force, they're relatively cheap to get to 21 star. But yeah, you have like 4 months to do that, so it's like, it's fine. Hard Kai requires 280? Yeah, that's the difficult part of Hard Kai, it's getting him unlocked. 280 is a lot of grinding to do. Thankfully, they've given us a lot of like free EXP. Like, the Burning Express Pass is pretty strong. There's so many Express boosters in the shop, right? You can buy 10 of them a week. So I think the journey to 280 is not like free, but it's it's more accessible than it used to be. But yeah, 280 is the bare minimum to get to hard Kai. And that's not including the amount of damage you'll need to get the boss cleared. It's a bit tricky if you don't have a Genesis Pass, I will admit. That's a lot of damage that you're not going to have. So you might be relying on like the Challenger gear to get you through. Which is a bit tricky as well, because you need the crests, and you're inherently time-gated on the crests. Yeah, it's hard. If you can't solo, partying is still a valid way to get arcane boxes? Yeah, for sure. Like, if you can party up C10, chances of arcane boxes is real. Last eternal piece of 22. Ooh, good luck on your decarling mission. Hopefully you get the clear. I'm so far away from decarling. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Slowly. 30th try? Yeah. Doing practice runs and then perfecting the run is tedious. Especially if you're already on like the nice edge for a clear. And it's also like a lot of mental prep. Times like this, I'm glad I kind of took the game slow when it came to deliberation. Don't have to worry about these things, just wait for power creep. Yep. People are struggling at 700. I think for a lot of these, like, liberation missions in general, a lot of it is like, how long are you willing to stay in the run, and how much practice you're willing to put into it. It makes a big difference. And there's also, like, the whole issue of, like, getting unlucky with your progression as well. Because there's definitely a bunch of aspects that makes the run a lot easier. Class specific as well? Yeah, that's true. Some classes do struggle more than others. Thank you, Emon, for the hydrate. N Carlos is 5.8. Is he really that much for N Carlos? Holy moly. You sure that's not C Carlos? Oh, whoa. N Carlos is only 1Q? 5.8, yeah. That seems like C Carlos. It's a fat HP bar, that's for sure. Low key, I'm kinda keen on my C Carlos mission. Because if I can do the mission, then that implies that I can solo the boss every week. I mean, I'm down for like better chances of at a grindstone. I'll take that. I'm still quite far away though. Actually, I'm curious. What is my hexa converted right now for this Kana? I think I'm at like 95. Sorry, 91 or something. 91.5 according to Scouter. What's the usual like converted to be able to solo Carlos? And then we can discount like 5% for Kana. I think for me, like 95k is pretty reachable with just like getting some Eternals to 22. Like my hat top and bottom is only at 18, and I put it into the calculator. If I get my hat top and bottom to 22 each, I gain like 4k converted just off of that. Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure I gain like 300. Wait, 75, 200 and it's like 230 attack, and I gain 300 main stat or something in that range. Yeah, and that'll give me about 3k Hexa. Pretty crazy. Am I delibbing it? Well, we'll see. It's a long ways away. There's a pretty real chance that I'll be strong enough to get the missions done, but I don't have the points. Depends on how much effort I put into like pushing this character. Because I'm still missing a bunch of random stuff to make it stronger. Like I'm missing a Dreamy Belt, which I'll get in like a month and a half or 2 months or something, just from Hard Pity. There's also my 22 Eternals. In that same amount of time, I could probably swap over onto Limbo Eternals as well. There's also the factor of like whether or not I get a 22 shoulder. Like there's a lot of different things that can happen along the way. Did I play Erel today? Yeah, I was doing some grinding on my Erel earlier. Did like an hour on my Erel, and it looks okay. Like the farming's okay. It's as good as it gets when it comes to no vac pet. It's around 100k, yeah. So I'm still quite a bit off then. Even if I hit 22 Eternals, I need more than that. It's gonna be a combination of 22 Eternals, getting a 22 Dreamy Belt, possibly fixing up some pots here and there. Like trying to perfect 3-line some stuff, I guess. And then I guess there's also Limbo Eternals, but you know, you don't really need that. And of course, just like working on Hexa in general. Like my Hexa definitely can be improved. That's for sure. There's always places to improve on the Hexa. I think I gain a lot of damage from pushing these to 29 as well, but that's quite far away. Let me have a look at the kind of Discord real quick. Just trying to look for the Hexa order in general. Sorry. Let's see. Alright. I'm just gonna send it to 29. And then apparently I push like Soul Hecate a little bit more afterwards. Oh, I'll have a look at the thing a bit later. Astra's not a gain. I actually was just looking at the Discord there. Apparently it is like still a gain. I don't really know how it works because I didn't really look into it, but apparently it's still a gain. That's not something I'm getting for a while though, so I'll just, yeah. How many fragments? I don't know actually. Maybe like under 10k though. It's probably under 10k. How you do, Kai? It's just all about practice. I think my biggest tip for that boss is like, it's easier to play that boss when you're right on top of him. Because you can parry his skills a lot more consistently when you're on top of him. And you have to learn how to parry that boss. It's like pretty impossible to do if you don't parry properly. It does way too much damage if you miss your parries. Oh, so if you want to parry and not move, you have to hold the down arrow key and then press parry. And your character kind of just stays in the spot. Otherwise, he'll move forward or backwards. Yeah. If you want to parry in Kai and not move, you have to hold the down arrow key and then press parry. And they'll keep you on the spot. Cause yeah, some of the mechanics you don't want to like move too much. Man, the difference of farming on my Erel for a little bit with no vac pet versus this, it's pretty chill. I can just run around like an idiot and I'll just pick up everything. Hit 2 black hearts, one from Mystic Frontier, one from drop. That's crazy, dude. Congrats. What do I got a vac pet? I don't. Not on Erel. I have a vac pet on my Kana, I said. I'm saying, when I farmed on my Erel with no vac pet versus this is so much nicer. Excited for the new haste. New haste is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be more fun to farm, but farming without a vac pet still is like not that fun. Do a vac pet across most of my characters? I do, but I only upkeep it on like I only ever upkeep it on one character at a time, if that makes sense. It depends on like what I feel like playing, and then I'll decide to upkeep it or not. Right now I'm only playing on my Kana, so it's a lot easier to upkeep. I've relied a lot actually on the cash transfers whenever like I want to play characters, or like some of my characters already had vac pets from a while ago. Like my Resistance and Explorers had it from years ago, so it was easier to push those characters compared to like say my Kana. For Kana I was very, what was it? I'm very happy that Melbourne gifted one. That's what's the word for it? Appreciative, that's the word. But in a way, he kind of forced my hand playing this Kana, and now here I am. How did I even get here? Why is my Kana level 285? Why is this character 91k? I don't know. I say force, but it really wasn't like a force. It was a character I really was interested in playing anyway. I was just having like mad decision paralysis, right? Because I got my marksman and my hero to 275. And I was just like, what do I do now? I finished my goals. I was feeling lost. Then I was shown the light. Because legit before that, I got my Kana to 275, and then I got my marksman to 275, and then I got my hero to 275. I was almost going to get my Corsair to 285. But then my Kana happened. W Melvin. Yeah, I do remember that day. I was having like a bit of a content crisis in a way. Because I was still waiting for Challenger World, but it was still like what, 3 or 4 weeks out from Challenger World 3 starting? I didn't know what I was doing. Kinda got so lucky, it really did. And it kept getting lucky. Some characters don't struggle, and this Kana did not struggle. So if I'll make a Thunderbreaker? I don't know about that one. Let's not do that, shall we? No Thunderbreakers for me. Oh yeah, how many of you guys have been trying to farm these Chroma Essence tickets? Are you guys putting them on the same character for like multiple different portraits, or are you giving them to like different characters? Like right now, I'm just like slowly unlocking the portrait on all of my characters, I guess. I'm just giving them to different characters. I think the next one I want to give it to is like my Corsair or something. Yeah, make sure that you claim it after you do 30,000, because it doesn't keep counting. Like once you finish it, it stops counting and then you have to claim it. Look at your Hexa. I'm bricked. You're bricked? Let's see. Alright, I'm ready for this. Do you get anything for doing the portrait? Nah, it's just cosmetic. Alright, you guys ready for this? Who's ready to see this guy's Hexa Matrix? Look at this guy. 17 Soul Janus 111111111. I ran out of frags. I don't know if this guy's lying or not. There's no way this guy stopped at 17 Janus and then ran out of frags. This is intentional. I'm getting griefed. I'm getting griefed. He's making fun of me. You know, the real joke is if he actually did run out of fragments and then he actually was trying, because he did say he wanted to get to 20 Janus. There is a slight chance that he's actually stuck. Yo, he sent a link here. Let's have a look. He actually has run out of fragments. He's actually stuck at 17. He's actually stuck, guys. Well, well, well. How the turns have tabled. Is this my new main? Yeah. I've been, like, maining my Kana for, like, the last, I'd say 2 months now. Had a good time. Hello, Loam. Oh my god, that's funny. What are the chances that he actually ran out on 17 Soul Janus? That is crazy. Karma works in wonderful ways. Commitment is not commitment to the bit. He really wanted 20 Soul Janus. Because he's trying to farm on his Hayato. So, you know, rushing 20 Soul Janus is a good place to start. But he's actually bricked now. Because 17 with 1 on everything. He has no 20 Soul Janus and no damage. He's got nothing. He's just broken. He's got to farm like another 1,000 fragments to be able to get his 20 Soul Janus now. Have fun. I'm waiting for the pass. I'm waiting for Ride or Die. Yep, Woplop number 2. He made fun of me. Now look where he is. 17 Soul Janice. Holy moly. Gigaton did that. But it's different though for JH because he used the reset scroll. It was probably worthwhile him investing a little bit of time to check that he had enough. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't have hurt to just double check that he had enough fragments to get to 20. You wanted the Erel content? Yeah, I was doing a bunch of grinding earlier. I'm doing my Kana's dailies right now. I gotta get some stuff done. I'm gonna do my Kana's dailies and then jump back onto Challenger World and do some more stuff on my Erel. There's also some bosses I need to do. Okay, we're done here. Let's finish the rest of them. Like, I'm not that far away from getting 286 as well. You know, best case scenario, I hit 286 before haste starts. Then I can focus entirely on my Erel after haste begins. Now, that'd be ideal. Like, 286 is going to be nice, but it's still kind of far away. Not farming on Kana. It's because, like, I would like to farm on Kana, but if I don't farm on my Erel, I can't get to Hard Kai. So it's like, I gotta pick between the two, right? I don't have enough time to farm both. Whenever, like, you make mules like this, it's like important to remember, like, sometimes you just have to pick between the two. So I'll probably still do my dailies and, like, the bare minimum stuff on my Kana. And then I'll do my weeklies as well. Like, I'm being pretty greedy with my time already as is, right? Like, I still want to do all of my weekly bosses. I still want to do, like, my Kana's daily stuff. But I want to grind on my Erel. Yeah, I'm being, like, pretty greedy with my time. You don't like Arteria maps? Yeah, Arteria maps are, like, pretty garbage. Pushing Kana to 290? Not this event. I need to get my Erel to 280 first, and then I'll consider going back on my Kana. How do you use Cont Ring? Do you have to keep swapping it? You just leave it on. It's passive. As long as you have it equipped, it will just constantly activate throughout the fight. Just by itself. It's as the name suggests, it's a continuous effect. Not as a secondary ring, it has to be the primary ring. So you can't use it with the Ring of Restraint at the moment, for example. If you want to use a continuous ring, you have to use it by itself. If you ring swap, it turns off. And then if you swap back onto the continuous ring, it's on a 2-minute cooldown. In a future patch, you'll be able to use both the continuous ring and the raw. And that's when all of us will be swapping over to using both Ring of Restraint and continuous. I think the Ring of Restraint gets like a minor nerf as well. But I think overall it's an improvement for pretty much every class. I think. Some classes get more out of it than others. Like the classes that need or like to do a mini burst, they get a little bit of a nerf in comparison. But I think overall damage should be higher for every class. I think. But there are definitely some classes that will lose out a little bit because of the way their burst is structured. Like I'm thinking Cannon Master probably loses out a little bit because it really likes its weapon jump burst. But yeah. Overall should be better though. Classes use Totaling Ring, get a decent gain. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, speaking of gains though, My Kana's about to make a mad gain. Who's ready for this? Never mind. I'm 4 symbols off. Wait. Is that Odium? I need this today. Because I'm going to run Limbo later. There we go. 700 mil! That's a lot of money. 1 whole Sacred Force. That's gains. Alright, could do Monster Park, or I could do like a little bit more bossing. I think I need to do Adversary on my Ren. I don't know if I can be bothered. Do I want to do that now or tomorrow? I still need to do my mechanics bosses as well. Maybe I'll go back to Challenger World. I'm gonna procrastinate. Get roll 5 to use the continuous 4. I thought that you can just use 4 and 4. Are you not able to use 4 and 4? Let's start this auto harvest. Because I forgot. Swap to training gear. I need to change my preset as well. My preset needs to be on 3 for ability. Training 3. Save. Apply. There we go. And now I can farm away on gate 1. You can't use 3 and 3. Yeah, I think at least one of them has to be a 4 to be able to use them. Right, what I'm going to do is I have these VIP boosters, which I haven't touched yet. Let's use these. Let's use one of these. Let's put this here. Get rid of this. Put this. Aha. Thought it was 5, 4, 4, 3. Nah, at least one of them has to be a 4. So you can't use continuous 3, raw 3, but you can use continuous 3, raw 4. I think that's the idea. But yeah, it's a bit annoying because you need at least one of them to be a 4 for it to work. So it can be kind of somewhat annoying. Oh, do you guys know what the Sunny Sunday bonus is this week, other than Shining? Is it everything being a buff again? Or is it just like chests or something? Just Mag Souls? Nah, no training event then. That's all good. Polo boxes. Oh, triple box? Oh, that's okay. It's hard to cap those boxes though. Boxes are hard to cap. But imagine a single Especia. Saving 3x for haste. Yeah, I'm just like chipping at my 3x's because I don't have that much time to grind outside of the streams. So I'm gonna just chip at it. I think because I know that the EXP is additive anyway, I don't really care as long as I use them, you know what I mean? For me, there's no point saving it. How do I WAP from 281 to 285 with 17 Actually, you're safe for now. You got lucky, but we have this event summon. You use the dog. So you treat it like you have 20 Janus. So you use the dog as a third summon. So you have ball, and then dog. instead of triple ball. The dog is small. Well, you got ball, dog, and fountain. There you go. You'll be alright. I think the dog summon's not that small. It's pretty okay. It gets a lot fatter, you know, later in the event. Do I plan on farming in Shang? Yeah, I'll have to. I have to find a small map to farm in. I'm probably going to end up in like Spring 1 and just stay there forever or something. It's kind of sad. How long is the haste event? Until the end of like the event, pretty much. Yeah. It's quite a long haste. How good is haste compared to recent farming events? Oh, well, it's the amplified rune and lower rune duration the entire time. So you know the Sunny Sunday EXP? It's like that, but all the time. So if you wanted to spend a lot of time grinding, this is the event to do, because like all the runes are... You basically get 3 runes every half an hour, and they're better as well. They give an amplified effect. That's not bad. No, it's amazing. So I'm really coping that the Kinesis Vac Pet is tradable. If the Kinesis Vac Pet is tradable, my Erel is saved. I'm getting to 280 like pretty easily. There's a much more chill, and then I can also like do some haste stuff for my Kana. If it's not tradable, then it is what it is. It is what it is. There's definitely a chance it's untradeable. I'm using the wrong fam setup. Oh, it doesn't matter. Infinite Hexa boosters? That's true. If you can get them. Nothing wrong with farming without it. I don't know. That's very subjective. For me, I love my Vac Pet. No Vac Pet makes me sad. You can pivot taking your Kinesis to 280 instead. You know, actually, here's a question. Do we know if Kai is just unlocked per character at level 280? Is it a pre-quest, or is it like an account-wide thing? If I get my Kinesis in theory to 280, can my Erel still do hard Kai, or is it still level locked out? Should be character level. You know, it's doomed. It's probably whichever one is least convenient for me, so it's probably my level. As tempting as it is to work on my work on the Kinesis, I'm gonna just stick it out with the Erel. If that Vac Pet is not transferable, I'm just gonna get it to 260 and call it a day. I don't know if I'll even work on it. Walking 10 kilometers and cycling 10 kilometers feels different? Yup. That's a good way to put it. That's okay, I'll get there eventually. Like, the amount of EXP that I'm getting is more than 0, so that's all I care about. On the test server, no Vac Pet? Yeah, that's definitely a bug. It's meant to come with a Vac Pet. It probably isn't tradable though, because I'm thinking for the Kana Hayato event, that Vac Pet was not tradable. I don't remember the Ren Vac Pet being tradable either. It's probably best to assume we don't get a tradable Vac, unfortunately. Ren's was? Oh, was it? Alright, I stand corrected. I thought the Ren's vac pet wasn't. The Kana Hayato one definitely wasn't, right? I vaguely remember like making it and then transferring it through the cash shop as opposed to transferring it through any other means. Let's check. How many rare cards did we get? We got 3. Let's go. 3 rare cards. Alright, we're gonna open them. And one of them's gonna say 50% drop. Oh! That was so much faster than last time. Holy crap. That was so much faster. Oh, I'm okay with this. First one? It was not the first one. It was like maybe 30. 30 or 40. It was not the first one. But that might as well have been the first one in comparison to my Ren. My Ren was in shambles. I was actually like losing my mind opening all those rare fam cards when I was playing on my Ren. Let's go, 50% extra drop rate. I'll take it. That's pretty good. So the only way that this gets better is if I get a 60% drop rate, I think. Can you get 60 on these ones? I can't change the name. It's probably because I'm in combat. I got it in 30? Dude, 2.5k is crazy. You watched the cubing session? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Jenny weapon? You're either talking about the Jenny weapon or making the hybrids. Because those are the 2 different cubing sessions I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, my Ren, like, got really lucky on the hybrids. I think my Ren in general was, like, really lucky. Definitely one of, like, the best streaks out of my characters. Like, I feel like I fail stacked a lot on my resistance characters and everything else ate. Like, between my battle mage and... Actually, not even, like, my resistance. It's just specifically my battle mage and mech. The first 2 characters I made just, like, did nothing. It just died to its own luck. And then every other character I made is better. Two 6 attack, 3 strength, 6 attack from the dogs. I am a fan of these. Like I think cosmetically these are like some of my favorite fams. And, you know, sometimes they do treat you right. I'm really happy with this. 50% item drop rate. Damn, should have saved that for my Golix run. What am I on now? Almost 200%. Yo, we're gaming. If I had a wealth, it would be 200. Nearly as good as Epic, which is 60. Yeah, the only thing it gets really like much better is if we get the large drop on the Epic or Unique. I think in the future, if I end up playing my Erel more, I'm probably gonna brute force a large drop on it. I can see myself pushing this character just to farm with. Same with like making a seer possibly, because if we get a cash shop transfer, I can transfer my vac pet from my Kana onto my Shine classes. And then I could, like, possibly push this character. I mean, I do like my Erel. I do like the class. It's nice and simple. But I'm kind of stubborn. I like having large drop on my characters. But we'll see. Like, honestly, 50% is good enough. I'm not going to complain about it. If I don't get a large drop on it, then it's fine. Where's YouTube behind Hali TCG Hui? That is crazy comms. Yeah, good to see you, man. Haven't found 100 yet? Yeah. I mean, large drop is actually kind of hard to get now. In comparison to the damage fams. Like, boss damage and attack is a lot more reasonable to see before the large drop. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one unique at a time. I'm not going to spam epic. I'm just going to do one unique at a time. So even though I could, like, go for an epic here, I think I might just save up and try to send this to unique. All my cards going to unique now. All the way to level 275. It's gonna be a long journey for me here though. So I don't feel like I have that much of a choice. Like, I could go to Captured Alley, but honestly, I will take a EXP deficit for these fam cards. I think I much prefer this. Oh, chest. Another green one. Green chest for another 1% EXP. Nope. Alright, how much does this give us? 0.3. Not bad. Yeah. The best thing about this map is that it's lazy. It's not the worst map for me to farm on, considering my circumstances of having no vac pet, right? It is what it is when it comes to not having a vac pet. Can't be too picky. Yeah, I'm just trying to like cover the map with summons and then use Dusk. That's probably my goal, so then like I can focus on making sure that I can actually loot things that isn't too tragic. Man, the hard part about finding a looting map is that I know I'm not going to be able to stand looting on a 4-platform map. If it's only 3 platforms, it's okay. When you add that 4th one, it changes the dynamic completely. So I think I'm just going to be like sort of chill all the way to 275, but 275 onwards might be a little bit gross. Almost none of the maps. Yeah, this is one of the few, I think, that like feels okay. I think Captured Alley is as well. But yeah. Winter 5, dude. It's gonna take me years to get to Winter 5. It's gonna feel like years. I feel like I've actually picked up a decent amount of frags on this character so far. I don't know how many I started off on, but I feel like I've done a lot. But either way, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, I'm making like 400 mil an hour, which is, you know, low, but we don't have Legion wealth and I don't have wealth pots. I'm pretty happy with that. Like, it is money. I'm picking up energy slowly. But more importantly, I'm getting EXP faster than I would otherwise. Because otherwise, getting to 280 is kind of hard. I gotta accept the grind now. And looting in a circle like this is not the worst thing I've ever done. You can save your vac pets for when you get to the worser maps. If you can tolerate looting like this, it's fine to wait. Because your vac only lasts for a month anyway. If you would farm for a month, I would much rather farm with a vac for a month later. I think I did something similar on my Ren, where I didn't pop it immediately. It wasn't until I started farming in much more annoying maps where the vac pet becomes a lot more enticing to use. Like, if you pop it immediately and you're not, like, really playing the game, for example, or you're relying on your daily EXP, there's not really much point of having a vac, right? Like, what's it gonna do? Loot in Limina? Like, doesn't really do too much. Yeah, the vac pet is very good. And if you can, like, make the most out of it without paying, it's quite nice as well. You mostly do dailies and log off? Yeah, exactly. If you're somebody who just does daily story, like, vac pets are not that important. Yeah, if you farm a lot on the character, it becomes a lot better. Also, what is it? This guy is he playing a Hayato? He's like zooming. Nah, it's not Hayato. That looks like Lin. The attack animation looks like Lin. It is a Lin. I'll save my boosters if I can. Some of them I can't save. Okay, this one I should have probably kept popping. Maybe I'll just keep using these ones, because they're gonna expire beforehand anyway. Maybe I should have waited for Rune. Oh well. That's fine. Better use them now than late. Than not. Because I'm gonna use like my 3x coupons anyway. 4x is basically like coupon in Rune. Copium. I need that 5k energy one more time, I think, on my Erel. I think I need to unlock the Shine Stones. And then once I unlock both those Shine Stones, I can, like, dump my fragments out. Is that how it works? Don't really understand how Shine Stones work for Erel, but just looks like it uses a lot of fragments, so I think I want to try and unlock that next. Need 7 Erda. Okay, so I'll get 9 afterwards. So how much do I need total then? I need 14 total. Okay, so then if I can get 1 Soul Erda... Oh, I haven't done High Mountain. I can unlock both my Shine Stones. I think I need to unlock Shine Stone 1 and 4 or something. You can fail, yeah. I think it's above level 10 you can go downwards as well, doesn't it? Or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't go down until after level 10, so I think I just need to get to level 10. Am I renting gear this week? Yeah, I'll be renting my gear tomorrow. Oh, diamond chest, hold. Green, 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 green. Oh, come on. Green, give me a green, please. Oh, origin for green. Wait. Will I find out what it is? Wait, can I even see it? It's just gone. What did I... Wait, did I get... How much was that? It was a lot. Wait. That might have been a green. There's a chance. I don't know. The origin animation was so long. I don't even know what it was. Stupid Erel's origin animation like lasts a whole year. think it was unique. I'll take it. I'll take it. No complaining. I'm complaining more about the Erel origin though. This is so long. I'll take it. We love free diamond chests. That 5% was basically like an hour of grinding for me, so yeah, saved myself an hour. I mean, we can check. Just put it into the calculator. Let's see. GMS, I am 272. This place is 270. Yeah, the legendary one would have given me 10%. That's crazy, actually. Legendary chest gives heaps. Other skills are so fast, yeah. Erel's like burst is pretty quick, except for the origin. The origin animation, I feel like you get a 10-second bind, and then 8 seconds of that is the origin animation. Which is, it's alright. It's just an eye, it just feels like an iframe. They've definitely made Erel's, burst a lot better. It made it so much easier to proc it. Have I run Monster Park yet? Not yet. I'll run my 7 Monster Park runs later, but for MPE, I'm gonna run it tomorrow. Because we get the 10% extra Monster Park EXP tomorrow. I should have saved that for my my Kana too, but I kind of forgot about it. Actually, I have to use these all. Huh. Maybe I should have been waiting for the thing. Oh well. Probably need to buy some more VIPs for a little bit more EXP. I kind of scuffed my Meso drop gear, so I can't wear the Spirit Pendant. I could just reroll one of my gears though. 30 XP probably adds up. I'm gonna use the haste event for? Yeah, it'll probably be my Kana. For the super haste event. Like, Erel's not a bad choice or anything. It's just that, with haste, I'm sure I can get it to like 280 normally without using that. No, let's be fair though, I'm probably gonna crash as soon as I press that button anyway. How many fam cards do we have? Do we have enough to try for one unique? We do not. Man, it's gonna take me an hour to farm enough cards for one unique try. Maybe longer than an hour. Only for it to fail. I can feel it. That's alright. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my drop fam. 50%. That's good enough. Yeah, if it's per world, of course I'll do both, but if it's per account, I'm only going to do Kana. It just happened to you? What, you hit a 50% drop fam? W. Dude, 50% drop fam? It's a pretty big increase from 0, that's for sure. A quarter of my drop rate comes from 1 fam? I'll take it. Unless you're talking about the tearing up. The tearing up is pain, man. Yeah, it takes a while to farm these cards, and then if you don't hit, then it's like kind of tragic. There are a lot of rare cards in here, though. Maybe there's enough there. I could try for 1 unique. Pain when you hit 14 out of 14. I haven't hit 14 out of 14 yet. I've been close a few times. I've always said that if I ever hit 14 out of 14 on my fams, I would try to get like a cool one. Just like find an epic card and then use the familiar cards to get it to unique. That's my backup plan. There's one fam that I have on my account that I would really like to get to unique that way. I think from a booster pack, I got the King Slime fam. I've always thought that'd be funny to have a giant King Slime at unique. And then maybe we get like reroll cards in the future. I can reroll it for something good. But I think a giant King Slime would be fun. Either that or like a Peach Monkey or something. Let's see if I have enough to tear this up. Let's see. Fusion. Gotta make sure this is locked. Good. 38. I do not have enough. I'm off by like a few cards. Hang on. I can unlock some of these. Because I don't really need that many. I want to do one at a time anyway. I think that should be enough, actually. Well, you can get enough for 1 try, I think. Wait, did I do my math right? No. Wait. What do I need here? I need 38. Oh, just enough. All of this just for it to fail anyway. Come on. You have 1 job. Give us a bit of gambling content, please. No. Back into the blender. Alright. Let's grab some VIPs. Let's grab a bunch. Maybe I'll do another half an hour. So I need 75 cards. That's a lot of cards I need. Then I can use these boosters that are running out. Fam overrides? You mean like, to be able to pick whichever fam you want? Cosmetically? Yeah, honestly, it's kind of surprising that they haven't already done something like that. Didn't they do something similar to, like, pets? You can, like, make your pet look like whatever? Assuming you already had one? Something like that. half of the reason why people play this game is for, like, cosmetic reasons anyway. It would be nice, but, I wouldn't trust Nexon to make it cheap. Man, the EXP bar does definitely move a lot faster on this character than the Kana, I'll say that much. It's not very fast, but it's nice seeing it move. Allowed us to turn off the animation completely. At least it's pretty quick. The Kapoo pet. I have a Kapoo pet, I think, on my Cannon Master actually. Maybe I can anvil it. %'s not bad. Too bad you're a seer. Unlucky. Not waiting for the vac. Well, we don't know if the vac is going to be tradable. I'm actually inclined to believe it's not going to be tradable across characters. So I'm just gonna start now. I need the EXP anyway to get to 280, so it's fine for me to get a head start in a way. Any EXP is good for me right now. Otherwise, 280 is gonna be a painful journey away. Better start now. But yeah, ideally the Kinesis Vac Pet is tradable. If it's not tradable, then there's no difference for me. It's just still pretty chill. Yeah, Nexon has a lot of different ways of like adding stuff like that for the players, but they've always been pretty conservative on like giving stuff for free like that. Which is a shame because I would really like some more free stuff. Next one took it away? Yeah. We were supposed to get a Vac Pet in general for this event. Just to use. But instead it's on the paid Shine Pass for the Erel Vac Pet or whatever. And then for Kinesis, it's getting its own one, but it's most likely going to be on its own one. We'll see. We'll see. There is still a chance. Hello, hello. Hello, not a chef. The Kinesis one is confirmed Vac. Yeah, it was confirmed in like the, was it like the event preview or something like that. It didn't show up as a Vac Pet in the PTS though, so for whatever reason it's like that. Might do another Demon Slayer Vac. I think Free Rend is supposed to be coming soon or something. I don't know what the timeline is, but I think in KMS they had Free Rend around that time. So we might get that. Maybe they don't overlap it. Inkwell notes. Ah, okay, there you go. Not a patch preview. I couldn't remember if it was a patch preview or Inkwell notes. But there was something that said that the Kinesis comes with the Vac Pet. I think heaps of people are waiting for the Free Rend event, like to the point where they just skipped out on One Punch Man, right? I know a lot of people were wanting like the special Vac Pets and whatnot, but they didn't roll on One Punch Man. They just like, wait for Free Rend. Yep. I don't think I'll be rolling for that, but I'm happy for those who want it. No Vac Pet is the reason why you didn't play the event. I think that's pretty valid. Like if you're somebody who likes playing with a Vac Pet, like I love playing with a Vac Pet. This like is so sad in comparison. This is like borderline bearable. But it's okay. Like, I want to clear Kai. I have to accept the fact that I will have to farm without a vac. Can't get to Kai without doing a bit of a grind, you know? Not ideal without a vac bet, but it is what it is. We should get One Piece. We sell your house for it. Kind of want a Bleach vac bet. You know, actually speaking of One Piece and Bleach, one of the things that happened recently, I don't know if you guys follow the games that Bandai releases or anything like that, but I'm sure plenty of you guys know that we have the One Piece card game. They recently announced a Naruto card game. And leading up to it, I was really hoping that the IP they decided to pick was Bleach, but they opted to make Naruto as the next kind of IP card game. But I was really hoping for Bleach personally. Like, out of the 3 big shonens back then, like, I was a big fan of Bleach. Mostly for the art. Like, Kubo really cooked with his art, in my opinion. Imagine as like as a TCG, Bleach, like, the possibilities would be insane. Like, the general series itself already was, like, really nice. And adding on top of that, like, into a card game, the potential is there, man. Like, look, I can respect their choice on picking Naruto. It's definitely I'd say like a bigger IP compared to Bleach, but like, man, Bleach had the potential to be like such a sick card game if they went down there. Like, it would just be I would buy them just for collection purposes, right? Like, I can respect. Like, I'm basing it off of like their most recent one, which is Gundam. The Gundam cards are really nice. Like, the people who really like the IP, they really did cook with a lot of the Gundam cards. I'm not gonna lie. Compare that to like One Piece. One Piece has like some nice cards, but even like the generic cards from Gundam look insane. And I can imagine if they went with a similar vibe for Bleach or something. Oh man, if only. The potentials, man. Aura farming the anime. Yeah, it really was. For the time, it really was. Now, Kubo kind of like doubled down on the dramatic appear behind each other kind of frames. he did that so much. Bleach was in Union Arena? Yeah, Union Arena is like a bit of everything, right? It's like a bunch of series fighting out against each other. But in terms of like a single IP for a new TCG, I was really hoping they did Bleach. But they opted for Naruto, which is like, it's fine. It's whatever. Fashion designer disguised as a mangaka. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Kubo really liked the dramatic appears behind you frames. You know it was coming every time in a major arc, but you were there for it every single time. Actually, I kind of went back and looked at and read through Bleach a little bit. His art style really did improve, or like definitely changed throughout the series, but it was still like so iconic for its time, man. It was so nostalgic reading the earlier chapters of Bleach. I was like, man, I don't remember the characters looking like this. Because I remember their more modern designs. But man, did a pretty good job. It's so funny to compare a lot of like artists with their early work compared to what they ended up settling with or improving towards. bought the set when you moved to Japan. Yeah, valid. I will be also going to Japan sometime in October. And I do worry for my wallet. So yeah, there will be about 2 to 3 weeks towards the end of October, early November, where there will be no streams, of course. Because I will be not in the country. We're gonna go to Hokkaido, like Sapporo, when we're gonna do a road trip all the way from Sapporo to Tokyo. That's the plan. During winter? Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be like peak winter, I think. But it'll be cold. It's gonna be kind of fun. Never done like a road trip before. I'm gonna do it in another country. It'll be good. As long as it's like not peak summer and not peak winter, I think I'll be okay. When my wife was in uni, she did this program where they got to do like study overseas basically, right? And she went to Japan for it. And I remember at the time, I think she would have went in like August, September or something like that. And it was pretty bad. She was not particularly enthused with the weather. A lot of rain, and it was really hot apparently. Does that sound about right? I don't remember exactly when it was, but I do remember her complaining about both the heat and the rain. Spend over 1k on anime stuff? Yeah, I'm hoping to be, you know, not bankrupt by the end of it. August last year had 39 temps, yeah. And it's different too. Different places deal differently with weather. Yeah, like here in Melbourne, it can get pretty hot as well. Like at worst, you know, like 40 degrees Celsius, right? Or maybe even hotter, depending on how bad the weather is. But it's just like a dry heat. It's just hot everywhere. And then you go to another place, like in Sydney, it can reach like similar temperatures, but it's like way more humid. It feels, to me, much worse. I really hate the humidity. I would much rather have just like dry heat. It's not exactly comfortable either, but dry heat for me is a lot more bearable. December had decent good weather. I remember the first time I went, or maybe even the second time I went to Japan, I think we also went in December. It was alright, yeah. I think I was in Japan like around the Christmas time. It was fine. A bit cold, but like you just bear it, right? Anyway, when we travel and stuff like that, you just accept it for what it is and try to enjoy the trip while you're there. To single digits, which is fine, yeah. That's bearable. Yeah, this Japan trip is for our group. I'm going with like another, like it's gonna be me, my wife, and another 5 people. This is a trip that we've been wanting to go on for like ages. Like the last time we did a trip together as a group of us was to Korea, and that was like just before COVID happened. Like just before it. And we were wanting to go to Japan because we went to Korea. We're like, oh, let's go to Japan next as a group. We can try new things out. And then COVID happened. And it delayed our trip by, what, 5 years now? 6 years? We've been planning this trip on and off for 6 years. Now we can finally go. Some of the roads are tiny. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not unfamiliar with driving on tiny ass roads. I don't like it, but like, I'm not that unfamiliar. How we find restaurants? There was an app that we were just gonna use to help us out. What's the? I forget the name of it, but it's like a Japanese app or whatever that everyone uses to recommend each other restaurants and stuff. Yeah, that's the one. Was it Tabelog? Tabelog? That's like the usual app to go find things, right? I think. Damn, I'm gonna end up being like 50% by the end of today. Hello, Fuzzy. How's farming without a vac pet? You know, not great, but this is bearable. At least on this map, it's bearable. Not ideal. I do very much miss my vac pets, but you know, this will get the job done. This will get the job done. How much EXP will I get from getting all the stuff as well? Because I'm kind of curious to see if I can get to 275 quickly. If I get to 275 fast, I can give it an attempt at Black Mage. I think that'd be like a pretty good goal. I'm a little bit far from that though. Alright, I get 20% for every 10 express boosters. From Monster Park, I get like 10% a day, roughly. MP will give me about 15%. So if I slam out a lot of boosters, maybe it's doable. But it's still a lot of grinding. Another thing I need to do is I need to brush up on my Japanese. One of the things that I did when I was in Korea is like, I learned pretty basic Korean. I could like somewhat read Hangul. I knew some phrases to kind of get by. And it was kind of funny at first because like, the trip before that, we went to Japan, so my head was like still kind of in Japanese. And then when we went to Korea, I had to like switch over. It took a little bit of a while to adjust, but then we got through, right? But now it's like I'm gonna have the opposite problem where like I can only remember the Korean phrases. I don't remember any of the Japanese that I learned. So now it's gonna be the opposite problem. It's funny, I can actually read that. It does say hello. I'm not gonna even try to speak Korean because I am very well aware that my Australian accent butchers literally anything that I say. It was so funny because I went to Daegu and then I was trying to ask for like recommendations for food. And they had like they kind of got what I was trying to say, but I think it was a mix of my accent and me not knowing what was going on. It was so confusing, man. And the guy gave up and he ended up just speaking to me in like very, very broken English. But we got there. We got there. Yeah, see, I could read a little bit of Hangul. It was actually very fascinating because I could read the bare minimum. Like, I was actually kind of surprised how much of it was just English words translated into like Hangul. You know what I mean? Like, it was very phonetic. What's the right word? It's like almost Romanized. Just English written in Korean. And that helped out so much. I can't read Japanese though. That's a real problem. I have like very bare reading skills for hiragana, but I come to realize that learning hiragana was kind of worthless because if you want to read English words in Japanese, it's usually written in like katakana. There's no point in knowing how to read hiragana if you don't know what the word means. You just read the word, I can pronounce the word, I can read the characters, but I don't know what it means, so what's the point? I scammed myself. I lost the 50-50 on memorizing the alphabet in Japanese. Every Korean person spoke good English? Yeah, I can imagine that'd be the case in like the major cities for sure. It was a bit worse when we went to Daegu. We stayed in Daegu for about a week. And, you know, it is still a major city, but the English speaking capabilities was definitely lower than when we went to, for example, in Seoul and Busan. There was a definite difference, especially when we went into like restaurants. Like a lot of them like mostly just spoke Korean, and the English was quite limited. So I had to like pick up at least a few phrases to get by. And it was fine. Like it was a fun experience. It was a challenge, and it was a good time. Yeah, it was fun. I've come to realize that like reading, as useful as it is, like speaking, it was like a lot more practical. Of course, like reading was useful for things like menus and just general guidance, like guides. But like speaking, man, gets you pretty far. Actually, one of the funny things was like when I was in Korea, there was a lot of times where random like older Korean people, I guess, like locals, I guess, they would walk up to me and just say some stuff, and then when they realized I didn't speak Korean, they kind of like looked at me kind of funny for not being able to speak Korean. And I think as it turns out, they thought that a lot of these like older people thought I was, well, obviously they thought I was Korean, but because I didn't speak very good Korean or at all, they thought that I was like I don't know what the right word is. Like a failed Korean, you know? I got that vibe. They were just like looking at me funny, being like, why does this guy not know how to speak Korean? I could speak English fine. I don't know, they just looked at me funny. And I realized that a lot of the older people, it's kind of racist, no? I'm just thinking, just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I'm Korean. But it was only when I was in like these towns a lot further out from the cities. It was just so random. They just walk up to me speaking Korean, and then when they realized I couldn't speak Korean, they just looked at me funny. I was like, what? How can you just walk up to a guy and just assume that he's Korean? But yeah, this was when I was outside of, like I was a lot further out from the main cities. Rob CD? Yeah, I'm familiar with the stuff that he does. Seems like a cool guy. But yeah, that's fine. A lot of the people though were very nice. It was just specifically when I was walking around with my wife around like just like some random in the middle of nowhere local areas, and just people just walk up to me and try and make conversation. They realize I'm not Korean. They just look at me funny. I was like, man, I don't know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. It was that sort of thing. Sometimes you just know. Yeah. It was a lot of fun though, trying to figure out how to read and speak just very broken Korean just to get by. You can pass off as Korean. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It was more often than not that people did like assume it. Actually, when I was there, I was kind of surprised how many Vietnamese people were there, because I'm Vietnamese myself. Like, when we were at, like, various tourist locations, I would just, like, turn around and just hear Vietnamese all over the place. I was like, what? Why are there so many Vietnamese people here? And, I mean, turns out Korea is just a popular tourist location for Vietnamese people. I didn't realize that was the case. Actually, I can share with you guys a kind of a funny story. Like, the kind of opposite thing happened for me, where I think we were in Chuncheon. I think that was what the area was called. And on the day that we were like just setting up in Chuncheon, just finding our hotel and stuff, we walked past a Vietnamese restaurant. And I was like, oh, you want to have Vietnamese? This is like to my wife, like, I want to have Vietnamese food today. It's kind of random to be in Korea and have Vietnamese food, but it's like, I feel like something a little bit more familiar would be nice. Because, why not, right? It was a cold day first, pretty good on a cold day. So we went to the restaurant, and I just like spoke entirely in Vietnamese to the person who was serving me, and she was like an older woman, and you know, we had like light conversation. It was quite nice. Like, I couldn't speak to anybody up until that point. Like, barely any English was used up to this point, and being able to speak Vietnamese was like almost liberating, because I'm conversationally fluent, right? So that was quite nice. We finished the meal, and then I walk up to pay, and it's like a different girl who was like attending the payment. And I was just speaking to her in Vietnamese, and she's just looking at me funny, right? And then as I left, I was like, why is she looking at me funny? And then it hit me. That girl probably didn't speak Vietnamese. If she was like a second generation born in Korea, she probably only knows Korean and then maybe a little bit of Vietnamese. Kind of like how here is like that too. Then I realized as I walked out, I looked at my voice like, oh my god, I was speaking in like full-blown Vietnamese to this girl who probably doesn't know any Vietnamese. She's probably like full Korean. I felt so bad about it afterwards. I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. She'd be like, this tourist, please stop talking to me. Because that's very well the case here. Like, I can imagine being like... I'm like putting my sister in this situation, because she's like that too. She's like, she knows Vietnamese, but not that much. Like, if she worked in a Viet restaurant and somebody's just like full-blown talking Vietnamese, she had probably no idea what's going on. God. Put that poor person on the spot right there. Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is. Yeah. I do wish I learned a little bit more though. There were definitely some phrases I wish I learned. I definitely need to brush up on my Japanese before I go, just to make things a little bit easier. Because there are people in our group, like we're going with, there's 7 of us total. I'd say 2.5 of us are fluent. I'd say half, so two of them are fluent, and then the half is the rest of the 5 of us. You know what I mean? And we can probably piece together a sentence between the 5 of us, but the other 2 are fluent. But I'm not going to be around the 2 of them the entire time, so it's probably best to pick up a thing or 2. At least recognize the basic sentences and stuff. It'd be good. I did learn a little bit of Japanese when I was in high school, so maybe I'll remember a thing or 2. But I'll be honest, English will probably carry most of the way, but I'm just a little bit wary that I am going to like places outside of the main city areas, so having better Japanese would always help. Green chest? Never mind. Alright. Yeah, a pretty productive grind session. I don't know how much I started on, but I'm almost at 50%. Basically 60% after finishing Monster Park. Pretty good. Pretty good. How much money I'm on? 2.2 bill. Yo, I'm rich. That's good stuff. Alright, do I have enough cards to try... Oh, yes. 75. Alright, round 2. Alright, don't let me down, game. Alright. It's time for a tear up. No. Back in jail. But at least I know that I got like what? In that half an hour, it did feel like I picked up like 80 cards, right? Like I didn't have enough to tear it up before. I used everything, and then I did farming. And then I got back to try again. That's okay. Can we claim the bright cubes in Challenger World? Yeah, you can. I did that for my gloves, actually. You're talking about these ones? Yeah, you can claim them. This one I definitely claimed here. Alright. Oh, we can buy, like, these as well. That's pretty good. That's not that bad. But then again, I guess in comparison to these, you'd rather just buy other stuff, hey? And you probably want to max this out. There's a lot of fragments. 500 fragments, holy moly. Oh, you mean to make me cube? No, 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 I can't. You have... If you claim that, that's literally you zeroing me out perfectly, almost. I can't buy my rentals if you do that. Hell no. That's not happening, sir. We're not zeroing out in Challenger World. No, 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 not the Twitch points. Not the Twitch points on Challenger World. If you want me to cube, it's gonna be on Hyperion. Oh, this guy is trying to grief me. Alright. Alright, I only have 3 left. There's a lot of flames here. Watch your boy try to do decals. Kinda pitiful. Yeah, look, the Hyperion reputation might not ever recover from that. But let's just say the performance of one individual should not be the representation of the server. Let's just leave it like that. Let's not talk about it too much. Alright, I need some more points here. I didn't cap my boxes yet on Hyperion, so I'm gonna need to do that maybe a bit later. I mean, capping boxes on Hyperion is like kind of whatever though. All I'll say is that during that stream, Matt was very polite. I respect it. You gotta do what you gotta do. As a full-time streamer, he was very polite. Okay. Anything else I need to do here? I need to do my Monster Park run, so maybe I'll do that. Type hero like he's a hurricane class? That's a pretty accurate description actually. Well, it's kind of hard for me to really judge, but at the same time, because like I haven't reached that point in the game. But in my experience playing against Carlos, I feel like Carlos as a boss doesn't really functionally change as difficulties increase. I think it only really changes when you get to extreme, right? Because then there's like that new FMA mechanic that I haven't really interacted with. But as far as I know, isn't like C Carlos just like a really tanky E Carlos with slightly more damage? Am I mistaken? Like for me, seeing people having trouble with Carlos, like the difficulty in my head like is irrelevant. As in like the stuff that you're trying to avoid is more or less the same outside of, you know, outside of everything hitting harder. Is it not kind of functionally the same. Everything hits harder in Carlos. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I think like functionally the boss is like not that different, right? Like you don't have to learn anything new. Yeah, I mean, it's like saying the difference between hard will and normal will. Like you shouldn't be getting hit by these mechanics because it messes with your moonlight. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like you should be kind of developing good habits to avoid these things that hit you anyway. So I'm just saying like for me seeing people do C Carlos, it's just a matter of like practice to, you know, get in the habit of actually dodging things. Because will's like that too. When you're doing like easy will, for example, you can get hit by everything. Your moonlight's like all fine and dandy, but like you get hit by one or two things in hard will, you're just like you're doomed for your P3 if it's slow. Like you can say it's just bad. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, let's not dwell on this though, because there's a lot to say about it. I think for C Carlos, yeah, I understand like the hard part is like the splits as well. Like it's a lot tighter for the damage, right? Assuming that you're not over spec for it. Reminds me of like when you have a specific timer to get out of certain bosses, and then you gotta combine that with you know, properly cleansing and combining that with properly dodging. It gets more difficult, right? What's spec were they? I have no idea. We're just talking about what was on Misusing stream yesterday. Quite the fuss. But yeah, I was there very loosely. I did not watch it for very long. All I'll say is Matt was very polite. I didn't stick in that stream for very long. Actually, out of curiosity, when it comes to C Carlos, what's like the min cut sort of splits? Like how many bursts do you need to get out of P1, and then like P2 timing for like segments and stuff like that? Is there like a kind of general guideline? Just so like I'm not up to that point yet, but it's just more like I'm curious. Three, two, 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 two. If you're out by 24:30. Okay. So you're like trying to enter P1 with Origin. Oh, sorry, enter P2 with Origin ideally, is that what you're saying? Min cut is... I see. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. It's just equal splits, right? Need 4 bursts because your Wild Hunter drops off. Yeah, that makes sense. 3 bursts P1 out before 24 is ideal. Okay. Yeah. I was just curious because obviously I've never attempted a C Carl solo before. Not exactly on spec for that. How did the stacks work in P24? Is it just like a random stack that happens? Like I know there's like the number on top of your head, but is it just like random, or is there something that like you can like anticipate? And then it just kills you if you hit 3, right? Is that what happens? So you have to cleanse when you have 2, or like a little bit after you get 2 or whatever. 1 minute per stack. Dead at 3 like Damien. Ah, okay. Okay, well that makes sense. It's good to keep in mind. Because yeah, I mean, up until this point, like, whenever I've done N Carlos and E Carlos, you know, like, these mechanics mean nothing to me. Three out of 3 0 FD. Ah, okay. So you should always be like aware of 2 out of 3 and then cleansing. Die because you were talking to somebody? That is the classic. Classic of getting distracted. That's what I say too whenever I die in Will. I just blame you guys. If I ever die in a C10 boss, I just blame chat. Yup. What even is responsibility? Or accountability? Alright. 7 runs done. Is that everything I need to do? I think I just need to do... What's it called? The other thing. Nightmare Paradise, right? Is that what it's called? I'll do that later. Oh, that's right. I need to do this thing. Is there like a... You get to pick one of these, right? And then you can get the other one? It's like a secret mission, right? Which are Arcana's most important upgrades? It'll be, yeah, Mastery 2. Let me open my thing. This one. Summon Oni. Okay, let's say like I pick the Malefic Spirit effect. And then I can go get the other one as well, right? So let's grab this. And then I go over here. Is it this map? No, that's not the right map. Oh, here. There we go. Now, do I just type it in? What's it? It's like the Radiant Spirit effect? Is that, do I just type it out loud? Is that what it is? You gotta wear the thing? Okay. Saying the name of the other spirit. Do I have to put... How do you spell radiant? Is it with an A or an E? Do I just type it all out like that? Or do I just type in radiant spirit? I remember reading like something about... Actually, I might have it on my phone somewhere. Hang on. Just... Ah, there you go. No effect. Done. Got a daybreak on your first V healer? Oh, nice. That's really good. Oh, it's these little idiots that like bump you around in the fight. I hate these guys, man. I hate anything in a boss fight that like bumps you around. These guys just like spawn next to you. Oh, bonk. Fly across the screen. Stupid little spirit. I hate these guys. I literally saw this and I got like PTSD almost from the fight. Absolute griefers. I don't remember seeing this guy that much, but this one, God, I hate this guy. This little yellow spirit. Alright. All I have left to do is Limbo for this week too, so that's pretty good. What happens, how much better the rates are during Super Haste? Well, at the very least, the rune cooldown is shortened from 15 to 10. And I believe the rune effect gets better as well. So, whatever that adds, I guess. I don't know the actual number off the top of my head, but it is going to be much better. because it has the normal haste effect of reduced rune cooldown and enhanced effect, but then as you grind, it gets even better, I think. Like, I think the rune effect gets even better later. So, yeah, the more that you grind, the better it is for you. Alright, what else do I need to do? I think that might be it for the time being. I don't have too much left to do other than just to grind, so I might take it easy. And yeah, I mean, how long have I been streaming? I streamed for like 3 hours or so we're pretty chill anyway. Potential is better than Twentina? Yeah. Assuming you have enough coupons to sustain it. It gives the best in slot title. It does, it's probably temporary, but yeah, the haste title tends to be pretty good. Like, all the haste titles are, I think, more or less the same. So it'd probably be like this. The last haste one. What? 50 stat, 20 attack, 30 boss, 30 IED. It's pretty good. Pushing MVP red just for this one time. That is crazy work. Alright. Yeah, I think though, that'll probably be it for today though. I think I will be starting my stream early tomorrow. Probably just end up grinding on my Erel. And maybe my Kana as well. I am running so low on coupons, maybe I shouldn't have grinded so much. Because, yeah, running out. But that's okay. Wow, we have so many coupons and stuff. Maybe I need to look into how to use this efficiently on my Erel. That's alright though. Alright. Well, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me on today's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your time. If you guys are over on YouTube and enjoyed the stream, please do give it a like. Helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys again in the morning tomorrow, which will be round reset, most likely. And yeah, see you guys then. Take care, guys.